Are you thinking about moving to Dover, Massachusetts in 2024? Are you looking for a local expert that can help you understand Dover and how it's different from the surrounding towns? I'm a realtor based in Wellesley, and I am your hyper-local expert that can provide you with some helpful tips and basic information about Dover and what it's like to live in Metro West. So in this video, I'll be talking about everything you need to know about Dover, including schools, things to do, real estate, of course, and a lot more. I'm Jane. I'm a realtor based in Wellesley, Massachusetts. This channel is all about living in Metro West area of Boston. And I am focused on super local towns where I am your super hyper local expert. So that way I can provide really in-depth service and information. Now, if you're interested in a town that maybe is further west or north of Boston or south, please reach out and I'm happy to connect you with a hyper local realtor that can help you there in those communities as well. And if you are thinking about moving, I hope you'll give me a call as I would love to help you. Now, when I think of Dover, I think of sleepy, beautiful, bucolic, pastoral. People have horses and large pieces of land. You see pretty farms and fences, and it is sleepy. So there's an adorable little town center, but there's not a ton of action. So Dover's just a little over a 30-minute drive to Boston if you leave right now when it's not rush hour. It's surrounded by Natick, Wellesley, Needham, Medfield, and also Sherborne, with which it shares a public school, but we'll get to that in a few minutes. So let's jump into schools. So Dover has excellent public schools. They are always in the top 10 of any list of schools of best of that you're looking at in Greater Boston. They had the #1 spot a couple years ago. Niche.com gives them an A+ rating, and there is one elementary school, and then once your kids get to middle school, they're going to go to a regional middle school and high school with Sherborne. So it's the Dover Sherborne High School. So lifestyle-wise, that is something to think about, because I know when my kids were teenagers, I was always worrying about them driving, and I didn't want a regional high school because I knew my kids would always make friends with the child who lived as far away from possible but still went to their public schools. So something to consider, but I can promise you the schools themselves are excellent. If you're looking for things to do like shopping, you're probably going to go to neighboring towns. So Needham has some great shops and some terrific restaurants, and Wellesley is also an abutter and lots of great shopping and restaurants as well. People actually make Wellesley a destination for shopping in a lot of boutiques and individual stores, and that would be the case if you were moving to Dover. There's lots of malls and bigger shopping opportunities also pretty close by. There's Legacy Place, which is in Dedham, which is out on Route 95, and you're not that far from the Natick Mall, but you go over Hill or Dale. And that is something to think about lifestyle-wise. It's not the kind of town where you're going to be able to hop on a major highway without cutting through at least one other town. And there's no commuter rail station. So if you are commuting, you would hop into Needham. They have 3 commuter rail stations, depending on where you needed to go. So we're going to take a quick look at what happened with real estate in December of 2023. There's never a ton of listings on the market in Dover, even in normal times, which is like before the pandemic. It's a small town of like 6,000 or 7,000 people. So the median list price in December was $2.5 million. The median sold price was 1.7. So of course that, we can be geeks about data and say there's probably more higher end homes that are skewing the number up. The median list price per square foot was $346. Now, I think that is quite a bit less than Needham or Wellesley, for example, but we'd have to parse some individual homes to really get some idea of what that looks like. Now, the interesting thing about Dover is there are lots of different types of real estate. In the center of town, there's these beautiful developments of townhomes for over 55, and there was a couple of those sold last year that were under 1.5 million. There's lots of colonials and more planned neighborhoods. There's some capes, maybe a few Victorians, but in general, it's a single family home type of town. But it is nice that those over 55 developments are right in the center, so you can literally walk to the little market and the little coffee shop. So if you're thinking about moving to Dover or the surrounding areas, please reach out, as I'd love to help or can even answer any questions that you may have. And if you're curious about what it's like to work with me and what the buying process is in Massachusetts, here's just a quick snapshot. The first thing that I would do is schedule an introductory call either on Zoom or on the phone. And first thing I'm going to ask you is, have you talked to a lender? here, because I can't even tell you what price home I should be showing you until you've decided what you want to spend roughly or what a particular mortgage is going to look like. We do think rates are going to go down this year, but it hasn't happened yet as of January 9th. And then we're going to get into the fun part and talk about needs and wants and style. And do you want a big new house? Do you want something that is more of a fixer-upper? And then we usually will share homes with each other to get an idea of what you think looks good, and I can show you like what you're going to get for 1.5 million, for example. And then when you schedule a trip to actually see homes in person, I will take you anywhere you want to go to see the homes and talk through how to write a very competitive and compelling offer. I do think throughout 2024, we're going to continue to see multiple offers on the homes that are in great condition and priced appropriately. Inventories are still pretty tight, and we are hoping that they're going to increase a little bit, but as of it doesn't seem like it's happening just yet. So if you have any questions about the market or about the process, please feel free to message me or give me a call. And thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.